Welcome to my first episode on false friends. Words that get confused, misused, and really misunderstood. I'm a language service provider. I provide translations, interpretations, and teaching. And this is my first episode on the three terms that was recently asked from me in my studies, in my master's studies. So, jurisprudence, jurisdiction, legal system. Who are we? Well, I'm Blue Butterfly Servizi, provide high quality and personal language services, abbattere le barriere comunicative, derribar barreras de comunicación y fronteras, y tornar al mundo un lugar más limpio seguro. I've lived in a few continents and I specialize mainly in Latin languages. False cognates, friends. Have you ever seen errors or mistranslations on Netflix subtitles or realized that you need to learn technical terms and use them properly? This channel is dedicated to anyone that wants to deepen their understanding of technical and popular terms that are often misused due to the ambiguities in different contexts and legal systems. These episodes focus on false friends, faux amis, falsi amici. I will be speaking mostly about Italian and English translations and interpretations. However, I will touch on other Latin languages as a professional in Spanish and French for those that are interested in expanding their language pairs and specializing further in business, legal, clinical English. The episodes will be broken down into topics with a series of episodes dedicated to false cognates and some of the biggest challenges my students and I have as a language and translation provider. Jurisprudence, jurisprudenza. So, definitions. So, the etymology, Latin term, jurisprudentia, which means the study, knowledge, or science of law. The philosophy and theory of law originating from ancient traditions and legal principles largely codified by Germanic, Roman, European legal systems, the common law perspective, common law, USA, England, Commonwealth, case law, basically is the main characteristic of common law. Everything's made out of judge-made decisions, judge-made law, court rulings, civil law perspective. Hear that? So, we talked about case law, jurisprudence, jurisprudenza. That's our first definition. And the other one was jurisprudenza, studying, going to law school, going to the faculty of law. So, in Spanish, we got jurisprudencia, or jurisprudencia in castellano. In francese, français, jurisprudence. Italiano, giurisprudenza, in senso oggettivo. What do I mean by that? Che vuol dire? In senso ampio, la conoscenza e la scienza del diritto con riferimento originario al diritto romano, estesa poi anche al mondo moderno, soprattutto nelle espressioni facoltà di studio universitario, da cui si ottiene la laurea di giurisprudenza, o degree, laurea. Lo svolgimento del diritto, l'insieme delle leggi, delle istituzioni giuridiche di un popolo, di una società storica romana dell'età di mezzo, italiana dell'età moderna. Secondo, in senso più tecnico, l'insieme delle pronunce, ciò delle sentenze e decisioni degli organi giurisdizionali di un Stato di questioni determinate secondo la natura di tali organi e la materia che giudicano. Si distingue una costituzionale, civile, penale, commerciale, finanziaria, agraria, ecclesiastica, di diritto pubblico, di diritto internazionale, eccetera, talora con riferimento in diritto agli organi che hanno emesso le decisioni, quale il pensiero su questa materia dominante, nel senso che, eccetera. E anche l'interpretazione della legge e contenuto espresso delle sentenze. So we have many applications of this word jurisprudence in this sense. Moving on. So we talked about the etymology, right? And when we refer to jurisdiction, we normally refer to the whole legal system, the country itself. Let's talk about, the jurisdiction, United States jurisdiction, UK jurisdiction, okay? Or we can also call it la competenza. This is a very common one in Europe, the competence, competence, yeah, it comes from. Il foro competente. Brussels English, maybe you can even call it. The reference to a tribunal or specific place within the state. So, arbitration tribunal in Paris, France. You wouldn't call it a jurisdiction, you just call it foro competente. Not to confuse it with the jurisdiction in a larger sense. Legal system, this one gets confused, it's not sistema legale, no. In Italy and in the European continent, we talk about order, ordinamento giuridico in Espanol, in Français, système juridique, okay, they use that as well, legal system, ordre juridique, so order, and Italiano, ordinamento giuridico. This is very, very often confused, especially for madrelingua inglese, like myself. Legal order, not really. Legal system, in italiano. L'ordinamento giuridico è il complesso delle regole di condotta che si applicano all'interno di un determinato gruppo sociale entro un determinato ambito territoriale di riferimento. Esso si compone di un insieme di norme vincolanti, ossia obbligatorie, per tutti consociati giuridici nei termini in cui qualificano le varie condotte umane, determinando ciò che è lecito, illecito, doveroso, obbligatorio, permesso e vietato. Right? Very general, and that's from the student notes for becoming a police officer. So that's the legal system described by the Polizia di Stato. Good definition. So that's a summary, riassunto. We have 3 words. Don't forget they mean slightly different, so make sure you use them correctly. Jurisprudence, jurisdiction, legal system. Please subscribe and contact.